Hi guys, welcome back to Just Me and Charlie. Thank you so much for the support you've shown us over the past couple of weeks, months, for watching our videos, liking our videos, and for subscribing to our channel. Today we have a very special guest with us. I know I say that with every video we do, but every guy, every lady who comes onto the channel and is a dog lover and is living with dogs is special. But our guest is special because it goes a little beyond that. He's a young person. He's a co-founder of a business that we all know. Some of you have bought items from that place. He's a co-founder and he's also the chief marketing officer there. You may have seen him from a TED Talk he's done. The title of the TED Talk is The Power of Discomfort, and we're going to link that in the description box below. You may know him from the fitness world. His brand is called Hunja Active, and he's also co-founder of Strength Kenya. He does sessions on weekends in the Arboretum there. He'll talk more about that. So our guest is special because he's not only a dog lover, but he's also an advocate for both physical, mental, and emotional wellness. Yeah, karibu sana.
Hi, my name is Isaac Hunja. First, thank you so much for having me on the channel, Brad. I'm honored. As you mentioned, I'm co-founder and CMO of SkyGarden. It's an e-commerce company, and we've been growing steadily for the last 5 years. And yeah, I think you've done a pretty good job as as to giving the full spectrum of what I do: fitness, marketing, and now dogs. This is Umi. She's a year and 4 months old now. Mm-hmm. She's a mix of terrier and Spitz. And yeah, she's just a ball of energy that keeps everyone busy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Karibu sana. Welcome to the channel. Welcome, Umi. Hi. Yeah. So we have a couple of questions we're going to ask him and just get to know, dig into who he is and his story with Umi and all of that. So if you see me look at my phone, I'm just looking at some of the questions because I don't want to miss anything. Yeah, so let's just dive into it.
Yeah.
How did you get to having a dog? When did that start and how did that start?
So I've always grown up with dogs.
Yeah.
I know when I was a kid, there was always at least 3 dogs in a compound or in a house. Mm-hmm. And I've always gravitated towards dogs. Any house I'd visit, there's a dog. Yeah. I'd be with the dog more than I'm with the people. Yeah. And when I said living alone, it was always in the back of my mind that I would love to have a dog, but I always felt limited with the space that I had, of course. Yeah. And with here's another one. And with my schedule, I always feared that I would not give the dog the attention that it needed. Yeah. So when COVID hit and we were all in lockdown, I remember speaking with a friend of mine and I told him I've been obsessing over dog content and looking at dogs online, making a consideration to get one. And he laid it out for me as like, dude, you're home all the time, might as well do it. Yeah. So I researched online, found Umi, and I remember that day I was on the way to the gym. Mm-hmm. I was just thinking about it. I had the listing where I'd seen Umi on the website in my mind. Yeah. And after the session, it was the endorphins that just drove me to just doing the damn thing. I drove all the way to Karen and picked her up. Yeah. I wasn't ready. Yeah. I had to buy food and her bed on the way home and everything. Yeah. But it was just one of those pull the band-aid off situations. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's been an amazing journey, so I'm happy.
Nice. He said a couple of things in there. He talked about his busy schedule. As we've mentioned earlier, part of what he does is the fitness program on Hunja Active. And guys, please stay till the end of the video because we're going to show you a bit of what he does in that section under the Hunja Active brand. But one thing you also mentioned about the dog, you said that when you went to houses or homes that had dogs, you gravitated more towards the dogs than the people. Yeah. Why do you think that is?
It's a very interesting question. I think because they're happy to see you, regardless of how you look or how you smell or what happened that week or whether you have a job or not. Yeah. I love how different dogs are based on their breed or their upbringing. Yeah. It's always interesting to get to know a dog, like literally spending time with them and discovering their personality and their character. Yeah. I've always enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So I definitely feel a gravitational pull to a dog whenever I meet one. Yeah, yeah.
And how did you settle on this particular breed, on Umi? Why her and why not any other breed?
So when I was looking for Umi, I was really just looking for a dog.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking for any particular breed. I didn't have any preferences in mind.
Yeah.
And when I saw her, she wants to go now.
Yeah.
When I saw her, like even the owner that sold her to me just told me of her personality and how much joy she's brought to that home.
Yeah.
And you could immediately see it, you know, when you go see dogs, there's a litter of dogs. She was the only one that was coming to me and actually, you know, wanting to jump up on me. And in listening to the conversation that I had with the owner and the caretaker on the grounds, everyone just kept mentioning this particular one, saying, we are sad to see her go.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, in terms of looking for a particular breed, that wasn't really, you know, I had breeds that I had wanted. I wanted a Basenji, a Beagle, but those are breeds for, you know, the movies, man. If you want to get those breeds here, you really have to work in importing the dog and everything.
Yeah.
But I really just wanted a companion, and I found one.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And Umi, how did you get to calling her Umi? Does that name mean something to you?
Doesn't mean anything to me, actually, but my sister has named most of our pets. My older sister, Modoni.
Yeah.
Our cats, our dogs, most of the names come from her. She's like the most creative person I know, and I just gave her the job to name her. When I got her from the previous owners, they had named her Ebony. Yeah. And I didn't like the name. But I wanted something that was phonetically the same, so that she would also get used to. I didn't want a drastically different name. So Umi came, and I wanted a name that's easy for pets. I mean, for kids to pronounce as well. For her to be able to be, you know, just Umi. It's not any Americanized name or anything. It's Japanese for ocean. So if someone really asks, that's when I tell them. Yeah.
And who's our co-host here?
This is Sani. Sani is...
Is she chewing on your mic?
No, she's not. She likes to chew on microphones. Sani is one of my parents' dogs. She's a Jack Russell Terrier. Very loving dog. Likes to lick. Likes faces. Yeah. So
I like that you said you're not looking for any breed in particular, and when you saw her, you know, she was drawn to you just as much as you were drawn to her, and you knew this was it. Just to speak more about guys, and by guys I mean men, and how they choose dogs. So there's a friend of mine who's been wanting to have a Japanese Spitz, and he likes the black Japanese Spitz, but he's been telling me every time he talks about him wanting a Japanese Spitz to his guy friends, they're like, oh no, you know, you should get a Borbell, a German Shepherd, a Rottweiler, and all that. Is that toxic masculinity creeping into us choosing breeds and dogs of dogs? Like, what do you speak to that, and what has been your reaction from your friends to you having a Jack Russell and now Umi?
I definitely have gotten that reaction from people when I tell them I have a smaller dog. And even the name Umi, it's a cute name. She's a girl. I've never ever felt that I have to get a big dog because I'm a man. I just find that kind of silly.
I know.
It's an animal, really. It doesn't really get attached to your identity in any way. So I love big dogs, I love small dogs, I love dogs. Big or small, cute or not cute, fierce or not fierce.
You love dogs.
I love dogs. So I didn't see an issue.
One thing you mentioned is you settled on the name Umi because it will also be easier for a kid to pronounce that. Do you have any kids?
I don't have any kids, but I have a niece and nephew. And I'm very involved in their lives, and they're animal lovers more than anyone in the family. When my nephew Tito finds any animal, it's his friend for the day. And I mean any animal.
Yeah.
Frogs, snakes.
Yeah.
He just walks into the house with them. Look what I found. So I really, when I was getting Umi, I was also really excited to have a companion for them as well. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
And how has you having a dog influenced your personal relationships? And here, both friends and life partner, if you have one or if you're looking, do you then look for example, if you're getting a life partner, do you look for someone who likes dogs? Do they grow into it?
Yeah.
Like how does that dynamic work?
I definitely appreciate people that tolerate dogs.
Yeah.
I don't expect everyone to love dogs as much as I do.
Yeah.
And there's people who love dogs more than I do.
Yeah.
But I definitely would find it hard to be with someone that is afraid of dogs or can't stand them.
Yeah.
Because if I want to have dogs in my life, that's definitely going to be a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my girlfriend loves dogs. Most of my friends love dogs.
Yeah.
If they don't, at least we find ways around it.
Yeah.
But I think how it's affected my relationships is around timing, leaving my dog alone at home.
Yeah.
Can't do it for longer than 4 hours. Or if I'm headed to someone's place and I have to go with my dog,
Yeah.
you have to call and ask, is it okay?
Yeah.
And when you walk into someone's house with a dog, you walk in with a dog bowl and toys and everything. So it can be a bit overwhelming.
It's like moving with a child.
It's like moving with a child.
Yes, I totally get that.
And at least the first hour of me being in a new environment with Umi, my mind is not fully present because I'm looking at her and is she comfortable? Maybe there's a kid that's disturbing her or something. But yeah, it's been more positive than negative, the effect she's had on my life.
Yeah. And a couple of people are saying one of the reasons why they're not getting pets is because they have very busy schedules. And then I look at you, being co-founder of a business, being CMO there, doing Hunja Active, and then Strength Kenya. Like, where do you find the time to still be present for Umi?
Yeah, so in the beginning, it was definitely overwhelming. Taking care of a young dog is a lot more work than anticipated.
Yeah.
Living in an apartment, the number of trips I had to take outside for her to pee or whatever was more than anticipated. The amount of mopping I had to do in the house. But I'm a big believer of systems.
Yeah.
With my busy schedule and the different things I take care of, it takes a lot of work to set up. But if the system is right, it's smooth sailing after that. So with the working out and the coaching that I do, it has a set time, both for preparation and for the execution. For the SkyGarden work that I do, over the years, we've been able to get a good structure of weekly meetings that I know to speak to for what at what time. The remote work has really helped with being able to multitask. I can be on a call during a walk with Umi. I've just been able to find different ways for the different facets to live together. It has its challenges, but it's possible.
Let's talk about wellness and your passion for wellness.
Yeah.
Where did this come from? How did that start?
I always say it started with my parents. I was always an active kid. I was a really playful kid. I was always outside. And my parents were always into fitness in one way or another. With their diets and working out. Many times I would be picked up from school and they would go to the gym and I would wait outside the gym for them to finish a workout. And there was always a focus on what they're eating, how much they're working out, what their weight is. It was always a topic of discussion in the house. So I was aware of a need for wellness even past your schooling, because I think many people stop being active after they finish even high school. So when I joined college, I used to work out here and there, but it was very superficial.
Okay.
It was for
okay.
the aesthetics. I wanted to look good
Yeah.
to girls.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't call it focus on wellness, really.
Yeah.
But then after I graduated and I was working, I started to do a lot more research into what being healthy actually means. And that's when I had more of a focus on my nutrition, on my mental health, and understanding that wellness and health is a whole ecosystem. It's many small things done consistently together.
Yeah.
And they overall contribute to your health. So when I started doing that and I started documenting my journey on social media, that's when the love started to really get modeled. That's when I started to really see it as part of my identity.
Yeah.
I'd post a video here, post a story there, a before and after, or give progress on a particular movement. And the conversations I'd have around that really showed me that I have a passion for it and I should really put more attention on it. So for about 3 years, I was working out primarily on my own.
Yeah.
Then I joined a gym called Alpha Fit, and that's when I found community.
Yeah.
And through that love of community and wellness, I just sold my soul to fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And since then, you've also gotten certified as a CrossFit trainer?
Yeah. So CrossFit is, just for anyone who doesn't know, is a type of working out discipline, so to speak, that involves constantly varied movements that are multifunctional.
Yeah.
So they mimic your everyday movements.
Yeah.
They use the example a lot of picking shopping from your car. You know, as men, we are one trip only from the car to the house. You know, grab everything that you can.
Yeah.
Or, you know, lifting your baby up and throwing them above your head, lifting things and put them on high shelves.
Yeah.
They mimic those things in the workout. And it's a lot, the workouts are a lot harder at face value compared to what you'd find in a commercial gym.
Yeah.
I'd been doing commercial gym workout for about 3 years before I started CrossFit. And there's just something about the love of the struggle.
Yeah.
Just suffering alongside other people.
Yeah.
Because those workouts can flatten you. It's really, I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
You go home crying, but you're in the gym the next day.
Yeah.
And people would tell me that you have a gift for it.
Yeah.
There's something about the way you approach to CrossFit that you should explore more, and that's what led me to doing the certification.
Yeah. And guys, if you'd like to check out some of the work he does under the fitness brand, you can follow him on Instagram, Isaac Hunja. You can also follow Hunja Active on Instagram.
Yeah.
You also have a website.
Yep.
HunjaActive.com.
HunjaActive.com.
Yeah.
Instagram is It's Hunja.
Yeah.
ITS Hunja.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a lover of creativity. I've always created things. I've been a musician, I've been an artist, I've always loved to see things grow from nothing.
Yeah.
That's why I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So even with the fitness, it's always made sense to create a brand around it.
Yeah.
Even when I didn't know what the business was going to be.
Yeah.
I just felt like I needed to consolidate everything into something, and then see what it grows into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just speaking about wellness, you know, physical, mental, emotional wellness. When I got my dog last year, I didn't anticipate how active German Shepherds are. I've also been active playing basketball and doing long distance cycling, but then I had to pause that because of medical reasons. But then when I got my dog, I realized he's very active.
Yeah.
So then I also needed to get my body and system back to a point where I can be active so that I can actually keep up with his high threshold for hours of exercise per day.
Yeah.
Do you think that has helped you in how you live with your dogs? You've become more active and more energetic in that regard?
100%. If you give me an opportunity to be lazy, I'll be lazy, right?
Yeah.
If I have a free day with no meetings, a weekend, I have Wi-Fi and Netflix.
Yeah.
I can sit on the couch
Yeah.
all day, but my dog wouldn't let me.
Mm-hmm.
I have to take her out. I have to go on walks. I have to be almost as active as a dog.
Yeah.
So that's definitely changed how at least I exist as an individual in my home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And talking about Strength Kenya, which is your other fitness brand, you started that together with a couple of friends of yours?
I actually started alone.
Okay.
So sitting in my house, I love fitness. I love talking to people about fitness.
Mm-hmm.
I love inspiring people to get into it and start their journeys.
Mm-hmm.
But it was always on a one-on-one basis.
Mm-hmm.
So I came up with this name, Strength Kenya, on an online name generator website and created an Instagram page.
Yeah.
And it was mainly to be like a blog.
Yeah.
Where I feature different individuals.
Yeah.
And how they got into fitness, and they can tell their story and it will inspire someone else to get into fitness as well.
Yeah.
So I would reach out to Brad and say, hey, I see you've been working out. Could I send you a questionnaire?
Mm-hmm.
Answer a few questions.
Yeah.
I'll just edit it into a caption and I'll post. I'll use one of your pictures from your Instagram page.
Yeah.
I did that for a couple dozen people.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met one of the guys that I had featured. A lot of the people I'd never met before, personally. So I bumped into him in the gym, a guy called Sani.
Yeah.
And he was like, I love what you're doing, man. Why don't we organize a workout?
Mm-hmm.
He had a friend that had a gym in Timol, Langata. We asked to use the space for free one day.
Yeah.
And I put out a call on Instagram for anyone who wanted to do a workout.
Yeah.
Within a week, there was 150 sign-ups.
Wow.
To join this workout. We shortlisted, we got down to a group of about 20 because of the space. Yeah. We coached the workouts. Yeah. Next Saturday, we're like, now we don't have a space. We're not going to pay for this space. We don't have the money for it. So we said, let's go to Arboretum. Arboretum is like 50 shillings to get in.
Oh, okay.
And there was no mention of money at any point. There was no mention of how much we were going to charge people. Yeah. We both just loved working out and we just loved community. Yeah. And I knew that I had something in me that could be a teacher, could be a coach. Yeah. And I saw this as an avenue for me to, just dip my toe in the water. So we started the Saturday workouts and people just kept coming back. They just kept coming back. So we were doing Insanity, all those Shanti workouts in Arboretum. Yeah. And then eventually I knew that I had to start programming my own workouts. Yeah. And that was very nerve-wracking for me. It's like a chef. Yeah. It's like cooking for someone a meal. Yes. You set a workout for them, they're coming to get some efficacy from you, and you have to produce something that they'll benefit from. Yeah. So for about 2 years, we did every single Saturday for free. The group grew to we're doing about 70 people in Arboretum. We take over the whole field. Yeah. And I've seen relationships grow from there. Yeah. I've seen people who would come in and, like there's one guy in particular, he came in, he could barely do a push-up or a burpee or anything. Now that guy is one of the best cyclists in Kenya. Wow. He cycles to Mombasa like he's going to the supermarket. Yeah. Yeah. So stories like those is what really, really gives me a lot of pride in what we started. Yeah. It's been going on for 4 years. So after 2 years, we started charging, but only 250 shillings per session, because we didn't want to leave that feeling of fitness for all and making it accessible. I've always really felt fitness, not just in Kenya, but in many other countries, is a thing for the haves. Yeah. You find people that have disposable income are the only ones that take care of themselves actively. Other people might look okay or look healthy, but it's because they walk miles to work, or there's no really focus on the fitness and health. So one of my missions is to make it more and more accessible to the world. Yeah. And maybe just to ask a question around that, why do you care that other people also take care of their mental, physical, emotional wellness? Why not just
do it for yourself?
I don't know, man. I don't know. There are many times, like after a workout at the gym, someone would sit me down and ask me for advice on intermittent fasting or what can I do to improve my pull-ups. And 2 hours later, I'm still talking. It's just something that I feel I don't have to put effort in. Talking and speaking and teaching fitness and wellness. So, yeah, when you find that thing in life, don't let go of it.
Sure thing. So as we wind up, Isaac, what would you like to tell to someone out there who's been looking and thinking about getting a dog?
I would definitely ask them if they're sure, if they're serious about getting a dog. Getting a dog is a lot different from what you see on Instagram, from what you see in the movies. I think a lot of people base their decision on getting a dog based on their interactions with someone else's dog. You go to someone's house, you play with their dog, you go home, you leave them with a dog, right? There's a lot more work that goes into it, into their sleeping patterns, into their poop and pee, and the food that they eat, the vet visits. So much has to be taken into account, and if you're not willing to put in that commitment, that investment, then it's probably not a good idea to get one. Get a cat, if that's the case. But I'd also tell them that it's one of the most amazing things that you can do for you, for your family. Dogs have a very, very keen sense of your mood, your mental health. There are many times I'd get out of a rough meeting and Umi would immediately jump on me and hug me, like literally lean on me, because she can feel that I'm not okay about something. So I think they are one of the best emotional support creatures, and that's definitely a plus side that isn't focused on a lot. Dogs, especially in Kenya, are seen for security rather than companionship, and I think that's one thing that has to be highlighted. So yeah, are you sure? If you are, then you're in for the time of your life.
So you've heard it from Isaac Hunja, a dog lover, dog owner, fitness enthusiast and fitness professional through his brands Hunja Active and Strength Kenya. We're going to add links to his social media platforms in the description box so that you guys can go and check him out and follow what he does. He also has a fitness platform, hunjaactive.com, you said? We're also going to add a link to that. If you'd like to get involved in his workout programs and just benefit from that, they're very, very affordable. It's 1,000 shillings a month.
Exactly.
Yes, it's really, really affordable. So check that out. The sessions in Arboretum happen every Saturday?
Every Saturday, 9:30 to 11:30.
Yes, so if you also like to meet him in person, if you prefer the in-person sessions, you can also go to the Arboretum at that time and meet him there. And as we had promised you guys at the beginning of the interview, we are going to show you a tidbit or a short session of what he does and what CrossFit is about. I'm going to try and keep up with him. Thank you so much for coming onto the channel and speaking to this aspect of your life that people have probably not seen. Asante sana.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a joy.
Cool.
Asante sana.
Before we sign off, please remember to like our videos. Please remember to subscribe. Let us know what you think about this, what you've seen today and what you've heard today in the comment section. Thank you so much for being with us all this time. Until next time, bye.
All right, guys. So as Brad mentioned, we're gonna do just a bit of movement just to show you guys what I do with my classes. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. In a bit, we'll be back.